go. Yeah. That's not popping. But you know what? We'll give it a minute. What's up, guys? It's Satyr getting my stream running on Satyr's Live or Satyr's Run. It's been a little off the wall. Stuff's a little crazy. I've got class coming up starting next week, so things are going to get real interesting. Going to attempt to continue streaming as much as I can, uh, off and on, dealing with that. So I'm trying to make sure everything's working right. So, per my usual, I've got to make sure everything's working, and as long as everything sounds good, then we'll get going. So, for those of you who aren't aware, a few things have changed. It's been a busy week. I've had a lot going on. Of course, like I said, I have class starting next Tuesday. I'm picking up a couple more classes, and I got a new job that I'm probably going to be stepping into here in a couple of days. Yeah, volume level sounds good on the stream check, so let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. So, if at any time my stream drops out, I apologize, because I'm on call basically 24/7, and it's witching hour. So between 10 and 6, if I get a call, I got to go. So the stream might cut out suddenly. You guys will know because, as you've seen before, I get some of these calls while I'm streaming. So let's get this thing going. Of course, I'm already in game, and we're going to have some fun. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go to main screen. Maybe. I've got to check this out because it's not picking up my there we go. Game capture. That's the problem. There we are. Yeah, I'm playing with monitors, so of course my game capture is not working correctly. There we are. Now we're up. All right. Okay, game capture looks good. Why am I so? What I'll do is I'll move that. Let's park that over here, and um, alright, so if I need that, I got it ready. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm in a new guild now on the light side of Warcraft. I was playing with a Horde guild for a while, and great guild, great group of people, but they're a little less active than I like. And I met with these guys this afternoon and talked to Lunar Frost, which is one of the GMs, or might be the main GM, but really cool. You know, so far I like the feel of the guild. Been great. I've had a good time today. I've laughed with them, and it just makes me think back to old times when I was in Kata and Lich King running with some of my 25-man guilds I ran with, and some of the crazy stuff we used to do. So, I feel like it's a good fit, and just hopefully we'll see how things go. So, basically, I'll go ahead and throw this out there again. If you see me grab my phone all of a sudden, more than likely it means I got a call, which means I got to go. So the stream will probably cut off fairly quickly because we've got to basically get aircraft in the air, and we've only got X amount of time to do so. So usually everything stops and I'm out the door in about 5 minutes. So anyway, so let's get things going. I'm gonna get a little music going on. So hopefully this isn't too loud. If it is, I can just turn it down a little bit. Probably gonna do that anyway. So basically, I'm just out here working on my character a little bit, trying to get him up, and just having a good time playing around with the guild, and just generally enjoying myself. Alright, so let's finish working on what we're working on here. So again, if you're checking out the stream, you got any questions, you just generally want to talk about anything, just hit me up and I'll respond as best I can. We're just messing around. So also we're going to be doing some changing around my screens, because right now, if you notice, I'm not exactly looking at the cam, pretty much looking straight up. Well, I have a 3-monitor system, and right now I have a primary here, which is where the webcam's mounted. I've got a secondary basically just off screen over here, and then I've got one up top. So I've got a 23-inch, a 32-inch, and a 55-inch. What I'm going to do is end up getting rid of the 23 that's right in front of me, going with a little bit bigger monitor, and I'm going to move WoW and everything down to that monitor so that I'm not having to look up so much. I've enjoyed having WoW on that big monitor, but it is a little bit of a pain when this afternoon I tanked for the new guild and found out that having a rather large screen is sort of detrimental to tanking. As much as I enjoy it, I would not advise it. because you really have to hunt stuff when you're tanking with a big monitor like this. So I'm going to drop back down to just another 30. I think it's a 34 that's going to go here. And probably going to get rid of the 32 that's to my left. It's an older monitor. It barely supports 720, and just not happy with it. It barely supports 720. It's VGA input right now because I don't have the ability to run anything else on it, and it's not a good thing. Don't have anything to eat. I need to remedy that. I actually need to remedy that situation. Fortunately for me, warriors are fairly easy at doing a regeneration of HP. So. And eventually I'll have to get a green screen. The black thing I have behind me doesn't exactly work with green screen in the webcam, so I mostly just use it just as a backdrop. Probably could use a little bit of light though, because I think it is just a tick dark. So let's see if maybe I can remedy that. A little too bright. Really? You would have to go aggravate her. She already just about killed me once. You had to go piss her off. Thank you. Get out of here before we upset her again. There's more of those guys somewhere else. Hey, thanks for holding on to that for me. So honestly, before I actually got into Havoc this afternoon, and by the way, the guild's name is Havoc on Alliance side of Wormrest Accord. Of course, you guys I had already introduced you guys to the Sweet Tea Inn on Horde side of Wormrest Accord, which was the Horde RP guild that I was in. These guys, before I got into Havoc today, I'd actually resigned myself to actually not getting my characters into a guild or even bothering with it, because I actually put a probe or a poll out on Wormrest Accord's Blizzard forum, basically the BattleNet forum for Wormrest Accord, just trying to get general information as to, you know, what happened with guilds. And it seems like since Cataclysm, even early Pandaria, but mostly, well, actually, since early Pandaria, I guess is when it started, a lot of guilds have folded and have just stopped being active and doing things together, and there hasn't been a focus on guild cohesion other than, you know, hardcore progressive groups. Just a casual hang out and have a good time guild has just disappeared. And I put this poll out on the forum, basically trying to get information from other people about what they felt was going on with guilds. And it's been pretty informative, actually. I expected to get some flamers and a few trolls, but in all honesty, people have been surprisingly rather tame about opinions and about things that have been causing the rifts in WoW guilds, I guess. A lot of people pointed out the fact of about time the LFG and LFR system, the looking for guild, looking for raid system, came into place, was about the time that guilds really started to fall away and people stopped really doing anything guild-wise, because, as somebody pointed out in one of their replies, with the LFR and the LFG system, there really isn't an incentive to be in guilds. If you're old school and you were in a guild, or if you've even been in a guild for any real length of time, you've already got everything that a guild can get you, heirlooms and all that stuff. So there really is no benefit to being in a guild, unless you're doing the hardcore progression. And I can agree with that mentality in that thought process. But for some like me, I'm a social player. I prefer to quest on my own most times, because the few times that I've actually quested with people or leveled with people, I have to slow down my pace. And I'm somebody that I like to go. I like to go from one quest to the next, as you can see here. If it's a quest that I haven't done before, or if it's a new area I haven't been into, or a new fight that I've never done, yeah, I'll take my time. I'll read the quest. I'll watch the cinematics and all that stuff and enjoy it. But if I've played through a zone like 15 million times, then I'm not going to slow down to read quest text and pay attention to the lore and anything like that. Good example is this zone. I don't even know how many times, I can't even begin to count how many times that I have been through Burning Steeps. Or Burning Steps, however you want to pronounce it. I used to train on my hunter in Burning Steeps. Um, Back in Burning Crusade, when I used to raid hardcore on a hunter, this is where I came to train to uh, basically chain trap stuff. I would aggro these dragonkin back when they were elites, and I would basically trap or chain trap them across the zone to get practice trapping and to work on my skills. And actively did that. I would spend an hour or two a day out here in this zone just chain trapping mobs to get my traps down. And that made a difference in me getting my positions in my Horde guild. Or that actually became key in me getting my position in one of my raid guilds, because they needed a hunter for trapping, and so I worked meticulously to get to where I could do this. And it was basically a 2 or 3 hour a day thing. I'd come out here, aggro one of these drakes, and I would just drag them back and forth across the zone, just chain trapping them. And then I got to the point where I could have 2 of them trapped at any given time. So I was out here just training. That's all I did. And it showed when we actually started raiding. So back then, there was the incentive to doing things solo. So now there's still kind of a thing where everybody wants to be solo. Everybody wants to just play. Blizzard has basically handed you everything. I mean, you get transmogs, you get heirloom gear, you get pretty much everything handed to you now. If you need to do something, you just jump in LFG or LFR and you go do it. And you don't really have to worry so much about guilds like you did years ago, because years ago, just straightening up a little bit, years ago you had to run with a guild for things to work. You couldn't solo a lot of stuff. But nowadays, if you can't figure something out, you just LFR or LFG it. And a lot of times with the new zones leveling with you, you don't even have to zone chase. I used to remember doing the zone chase. You know, you hit a certain level and you move to the next zone, and then you hit another level and move to the next zone. So there were always these what I call milestones. You know, if you started Journey, you would start out in that zone, and then you'd have to level through, get to level 20, and then level 20 was like your first milestone. So once you got to level 20, then you just moved on to the next zone, you know. And it kept on like that. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Always do. So, you know, you kept hitting these milestones. And so every 5 or 10 levels, you had to move zones because you out-leveled your zone. Now, it's literally, since the zone levels with you, you could reach level 25 or level 30 without ever leaving the starting area. So, Blizzard has just made the game really, really easy. And they've taken the drive to do things as a guild out. Oh, hey, that's what I gotta do. Well, wait a minute. This might make things easier. So the first one, I think, is over this way somewhere. Let's see what the guild's got going. Okay, yeah, there's one. Okay, so I think the other two, yeah, the other two are down below, so I gotta go back down. Yeah, that's one way to do it. But anyway, so getting back on the subject of guilds, you know, I really feel, you know, like I said, for me, I like running solo as far as questing and leveling sometimes, but I like having people to talk to, and I like having a guild to talk to. And I do like running with my guild. Like, we had a great time this afternoon or tonight. I've never tanked on a paladin, and tonight I tanked a run for the guild. Had no idea how the dungeon worked, had no idea about mechanics. I mean, it was on normal mode, so it was kind of easy for my paladin since she's close to 400 gear level. But having never tanked on a paladin, I really had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea about cooldowns, about anything else. Trying to figure out something here. But you know, so with this guild, yeah, I kind of it brings back memories of Lich King and Kata when I was in Mouthful of Justice and Project Voodoo and all those guilds. And some of the crazy stuff we used to do in those guilds. Oh, okay, he's down there. Or is he? Oh, no, looks like there's another cave or something I missed. I hate salt. If I can find this stuff. Dragon Lorna, take your Kratos seeking Lincoln. Is his cave. Or was I there and I just didn't realize it? Couldn't have been. Yeah, that's gotta be it. That's the only other cave it could be. Yeah, this can't be the right cave. I don't have an indicator in here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Never mind. Let's see. Oh, hey, I already got one of those. Take that one too. Yeah. I'm going to abandon that one because we're not going to be doing that. Alright. So we'll skip that one.
What can I do for the Alliance? Go with me.
Yeah, no, it's not. Already seen it. One zone. I love these kind of quests. And now I gotta go in there and kill these guys. Alright, so we'll go for the first guy first, so he's over here.
Need help? What's going on?
Not in there, he's down here if I remember right. Yes, I normally get quiet on my streams for those that aren't aware. If nobody's talking to me, I don't talk. There's only so much of game narration that I can do. They're predisposed. I think I'm going to leave them alone. Next, let's see, so we go this way. Let's see if I can reach. I'm gonna see no pattern or no path. Oh, hey, look at that cheat. Heroic leap for the win. And you just gotta kick it full-wheel drive and get somewhere. This might suck a little bit though. Burn it while you got it. Man, I just thought about that. If I'm gonna start playing Classic WoW again, I gotta get back into stance dancing with the warrior. Almost forgot how to do it. Yeah, for those of you who haven't figured it out yet, if you're watching the stream, no, I am not leveling Prot as a warrior. I'm actually running Fury. I have not really had many problems with staying alive. I've had a few close calls. If I misjudge a group, you know, depends on if I can get if my cooldowns are up or not. I can usually handle a fairly large group, but if I get caught with my cooldowns off, then yeah, it gets a little bad real quick. So if I know I'm going to be going after a large group, I attempt not to try to pull too big of a group. But sometimes that gets a little difficult. So like I have this range guy over here just plinking away at me, and I can't get him to come over here. So I'm going to have to go to him. And of course, from what my guild tells me, they have a Twitch stream and a YouTube channel. So what I'll have to do is get information for that, and of course I'll link it into my stuff since I'm a member of the guild. Oh yeah, this is gonna get bad. Yep. I knew it was coming. Just couldn't quite get that last if I could have got that last execute off. But it's alright. Not the first time. Not the first time, definitely won't be the last time. Oh yeah, I can't do that right now. Just not expecting to have like groups of 3 and 4 ogres in there. Probably ought to have swapped to Prot for this particular little adventure. Let me make that swap real quick. We'll go ahead and switch to Prot for this little adventure. Just because they are so tightly packed in here. don't know why I didn't swap over to my right gear. Oh, it changed. That's why. That explains a lot. Alright. And now we will flip back. Man, you got quiet. I know a lot of them are working on questing and getting some different stuff done, so I don't blame them too much. I also don't know how many of them are mutants like me that like staying up at night. So, yeah, as always, if anybody's watching the stream, you got any questions or anything, just shoot them to me through stream chat, and I'll answer as much as I can. Let's see what we get. Okay, yeah, we got a bird coming in to back to the hangar. Alright, so where is my next? The Black Rock Depths. That one. Swamp of Sorrows. So I need to go Swamp of Sorrows. And I think to do that I have to go see this little goblin over here. Yep, go see them and they give me a boost. Alright. So evidently I need to fix my stream chat because had a thing pop up. So let me see if I can fix that. Huh. Weird, I don't see where it's... It's got to be a chatbot or something that I've got going on the thing. I'll have to fix that later. Had somebody post a thing and it flagged them for spamming in the guild chat or in the stream chat, and I don't remember setting that up, so it may be something that's automatically set up. So I'll go through revamp that a little bit because I don't mind a few emojis. Yeah, if it gets a little excessive and there's a wall of emojis, yeah, I'll get a little upset, but I can do that myself instead of having something auto mod for me. 2 levels, or level and a quarter. Gotta get a level and a quarter to get 58, then I can move into outlets. So we're gonna work on it. Let me check something real quick before I get too deep into this thing. I guess I do have a couple of watchers from the guild, I suppose. It's not showing them on the stats on Streamlabs, but it's all good. Alright, let's actually do something like this. Let's throw that over there and I'll bring that over there. That should work. Now I can see. Good job. We got a bird that just got home. For those of you who are curious, after you're checking out the stream, and you're wondering, you keep hearing this tone, or this series of tones. If you fly, if you do any kind of frequent flying or anything, you're familiar with the fasten seatbelt tone on most aircraft or airliners. Since I work for a private air charter company doing detailing and everything, I thought it would be a good indicator to use that as my message tone / ringtone for when flights go out or when aircraft are flying, because I have to know when they schedule so I can make sure they're pulled out, fueled up, ready to go. I have to know when they get to certain destinations because I may have to reach out to pilots and I need to know when they're on the ground, so I have to know when they arrive and when they depart. I need to know when they divert so that if there's a problem I can check in with my boss and see what's going on, if I need to hang out at work, if I need to pull another bird because something happened. So many different reasons why I need to know. So while it is a cool ringtone to tell me when I use it as a cool ringtone to tell me when something's going on with the flight, it does actually get slightly annoying, because at the same time, if we've got all 4 of our aircraft flying, yeah, you talk about somebody's phone blowing up. I actually counted one day and I had right around 65 or 70 messages in an 8-hour period because of all of the flights. Oh, well, that might explain why I'm dying. I forgot. So let's see, we need to make a slight modification to my HUD layout. Let's see. What's that? Left inner, small left inner bar. Left small outer bar. Let's see, we don't have breath. I don't have a breath timer. Or I don't have a way to track breath. Huh. I'll have to research that one. That way I don't die from suffocation again. Might have to download Move Anything again. I used to have that out on so I could move my breath bar, but I'll have to download that again. But anyway, getting back to the aircraft thing, yeah, so the tone you keep hearing is basically the auto alert system that we use for tracking our aircraft, telling me where one of our aircraft is and what it's doing. What were those? Yeah, I'll probably have to go back down for it. It's fine. So, usually I'll let my stream run for as long as I feel like running, usually hour, hour and a half. Just really depends on what all I'm getting done. I'd like if it was a little more interactive, but it happens. I'm just lucky that I have people that actually check it out on occasion. My daughters watch the stream every now and then. I'm actually trying to get her into playing WoW, but I don't think she's going to play anytime soon, so. She's got a trial account, but she's still trying to figure out what she's doing with her life, because she just graduated high school. So. Let's see, where. I'll go after that one, but I guess I'm going to have to. Let's see how much stuff I just grabbed. Well, that's it. That's fine. Let's see, that doesn't really matter. I guess it's breath. Right, one more to go. Well, that was a blacksmith. Where is the blacksmith? Oh, there he is. Ooh. Yeah, I'm learning that.
Yeah, what do you want? it. I got mouths to feed, pal.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, I'm talking to Guild a little bit. That was close to that one. thought there was an achievement. Couldn't hear you over my own awesomeness or something. Must be thinking something else. So yeah, streams been about an hour and a half. So yeah, we'll give it about an hour and a half. I'll give it another few minutes. Definitely I'll have to get on here one day and do a little bit more stuff. I've been doing some old school raid clears. Trying to work on a couple of achievements. I need to finish doing my allied race unlocks. It's just such a pain in the ass to grind and rep. I mean, it just takes forever. I do want to unlock them, but man, it takes forever. I'm close on a few achievements. I got a couple other things I got to work on. I just wish it just did not take so long to build rep. I've been trying to time it so that we get the 50% bonus rep weekends or weeks whenever that rolls around, but it's just hard to catch it whenever it's around, especially with my current schedule. But hopefully things will change soon. We got a few other irons in the fire. I'm not going to really throw anything out into cyberspace because it could always get back to some people that I don't want it to get back to. Would cause issues in my life that I don't want to deal with. I'm old, I'm cantankerous, and I just don't want to deal with anybody's crap. So the less drama I got to deal with, the less drinking I got to do. But we do have Dragon Con coming up in 2 weeks, Labor Day weekend in September. I will be probably recording some stuff and streaming some stuff. I've got a little wannabe GoPro that I'm going to be wearing, and I'm going to get some videos for Con. We've got 2, possibly 3 cosplays I'm going to try to put together this year. So hopefully I'll have some pictures of that. Oh crap, I just reminded myself I gotta get my kilt dry cleaned in the next 2 weeks. It ain't Dragon Con unless I'm wearing my kilt one night. So, okay, I got some laundry I gotta get done in the next couple of weeks. So, no pressure. Next year, of course, I'm going to be trying to put together a Ancient Magus Bride cosplay. For those of you who aren't familiar with Ainsworth, Ellis Ainsworth, or Elias Ainsworth, he is the main character in the Ancient Magus Bride anime. And I'm actually going to be putting together a Ainsworth cosplay, and I'm going to be basically assembling the head myself. I'm going to be using a Dream Vision Creations skeletal dog or skeletal canine resin blank. I've got the horns picked out already, and then the entire suit for the character and everything. Which let me see if I can actually do this, and if I can, I'm going to throw an image up of exactly what I'm planning to do. I know I have a picture of this particular cosplay. I just have to find it. That is the trick. So let me see if I can take a minute while I'm letting my fingers rest and see if I can find this cosplay image. And that way you guys can see what I'm thinking about doing. It is not in there, so it's going to have to be in my main pictures drive. I just have to go down until I find it, because I've recently cleaned out my pictures on my phone, or I can link it faster. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Nope, should be right along in here somewhere, I think. Let's not do that picture. Make sure I don't click on the wrong thing. I don't want to have to answer to Lunar because I posted something somewhere that didn't need to be posted. If I can't find it, then I won't worry about it because I can always link it at another time. Because I am not seeing it. I need to go through and thin out my pictures. I have way too much stuff on here. So me locating things is becoming a little difficult. Nope. Alright, well, let's see if it's in this folder. This is my art folder. If not, I'll just grab a stock image and throw it up there. Yeah, it's not there. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. So yeah, I'll have to grab a picture real quick. So let me grab that real quick. Where is a good one of Ellis in all his monstrous appearance here? There we are. That'll work. Alright, so for those of you who are not familiar, and I'll have it pop up here in just a second. Ellis Ainsworth is this gentleman right here. So, for those of you who are not familiar with it, the character that just popped up there is Elias Ainsworth. And he, of course, is the cosplay that I'm looking at doing. So he is right around here. So that is actually the character I'm looking at cosplaying as. And I'm going to basically hand make the cape, the suit itself, and the jewelry and the little sash on the back of his head. The skull and the horns will be made by another company, and I'm just going to assemble them and do all the final work. And basically I'm going to enter the amateur cosplay contest at Dragon Con. So hopefully by that time I will be in a little bit better shape than what I used to be or what I am now, and hopefully I can pull that off. Now I have to find my original image here that I was using for my chat blocker, and I'll show you what that looks like too. Once I remember where I had it, I think it's just in here. Come on, where is it? I need my little thing again. Come on. Why am I not? Yeah, I gotta go through this thing. Got too much stuff. And I'm not finding my image. There. There. No, that's not it. That's a similar one, but not the one I'm looking for. Come on. I'll get back to my stream. I'm not finding it now. It was a sketch that I got from someone, and I had it on here for a while, and now I can't find it, and I have no idea where it went. So I'll have to relocate it because it was on my extra drive, but I don't know where now. It's not there. And it was in D drive. Ah, there it is. Okay. So, anyway, that's beside the point. I've ranted too long about this thing. And you guys are supposed to be watching me play WoW and not going on random rants. But I do appreciate you guys, bearing with me on this thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to switch over to here. So basically, I'm going to try to do this again sometime this week. Again, I've got class coming up the 19th, which is a matter of fact Monday. So I start one of my classes on Monday. I've got another one that I start on Tuesday. So just 2 classes a semester. Spring, I'm going to probably try to do a full load. So I'm probably going to have 4 classes in spring. We'll see. New job, new stuff coming up. So I'll brief you guys as that happens. And of course, look forward to possibly getting some live stream from Dragon Con, since I've realized I can Twitch stream through my phone live. So as long as I've got signal, I'll try to stream through my phone. If not, I have Streamlabs both on my phone and on my tablet, and I'll have my little GoPro, so I'll be getting some live footage from Dragon Con. I'll get it uploaded to the channel, probably going straight to YouTube. So if you've got my YouTube link, if you don't, of course, my stream or my other social media information is at the top of this panel. You can locate it anywhere on any of my streams. And if you can't find it there, you can always just drop me a message on my Twitch channel, and I'll get you the information so you can check it out. So hopefully you guys enjoy some of the stuff I'm going to get from Dragon Con this year, and hopefully you guys enjoy future streams, and we'll try to get as many of those out as I can. Give me a minute. Okay. So this is Satyr from Satyr's Run. I'm signing off, and catch you guys later. I'll still be in game for a little bit, so hopefully next stream will be a little more interesting, and hopefully I can have this lighting situation figured out, and hopefully I can have my screen situation figured out, so I'm not staring up here the whole time, and we can have a little bit more interaction. So catch you guys later.